Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch 89. Watch 89. I got trips this side. I got trips this side. We got 3. We got 3.
Second and 6. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Trying to power it ahead with Watt. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Set to throw on first. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. And the safety, Carl Joseph, there to knock that one away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now Elliott. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
He's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Ready. Hey, no. Shut up.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Crunch.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Bills, first down. 1st and 10.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Ready.
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Nice 7, let's go.
Mike part 9.
Ready.
to throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Check, 59, 59. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber, 52. And go!
They'll run for it with Smallwood. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and 4. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
They'll set up a throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Set, ready. Switch the outlaw. Rip left, rip left.
Brissett on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Another try after the first down sack. Brissett, and his throw here is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and that'll make it 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9. Mike, check, 59, 59. Keep it up. 59.
From the gun, here's Brissett. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43.
First down, Rams.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from one 43 to the other for 1st and 10.
Switch.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. After the penalty, it's Elliott. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
Ready?
6-0 our score after one.
We got three, we got three, we got three.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Check down, and one. Man left. Yeah, Jim. 2 6. Go. Set. Good.
Brissett. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Darnell Savage that time who was able to knock it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive.
59.
Here's Brissett. And it's complete. What a catch at the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
58, come on.
Now Elliott. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Set, ready. 18 Gator. 59. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up.
Check the backer, check the backer. Mike Spot.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
58's the Mike.
Out of his end zone, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds, and that does you no good.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. This pass complete to Higgins. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Brissett. And that's Elliott, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
59. Mike, 59. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? No. You think you gonna get this?
To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
Brissett sets to throw it. Got his man. That's Harry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Buffalo Bills. the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Elliott, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 31 yards there and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. 2nd and 14. And he's going to go down again. Aaron Donald. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Rock it. Ready.
Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A first down throw for Brissett. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Pull together.
Here's Brissett. Forced out to his left. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Let's go now. Go to base.
Brissett to throw on first. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, but it'll be second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Good defense holds them to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Hey, watch the slant. Alpha. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike 53. Mike 53. Man, that's trash.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
This is Elliott. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 27-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Watch out. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Elliott. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Check. Go, tackle, let's go.
Mike's 59. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
It's our field. It's our field.
First down, Brissett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
And it's third down.
Set, hut. Let's get. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
No score after one on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big 30-yard play on third. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
Brissett. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Rashard Higgins with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10.
Here we go. H3, 2, 18. Chopper.
Check. Lucky.
They run. Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Bravo! Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Second and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Read. Buzz.
Mike, check. 59.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
59's mark.
They'll set up to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
In a 4th down. The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on second down. Brissett. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for L.A. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taking it about the 36. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
You got 3 down.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Black. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 12, Brissett. He's going to slip, and this is caught inside the 5. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here we go.
2nd and 4. This one complete to Smallwood. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. They'll throw now on the final play. Complete to Watson, the tight end. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They go to Elliott again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Out of the gun, Brissett. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
He don't know no better.
58.
Here's Brissett. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
58.
3rd and short yardage, Brissett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
McCrane able to knock this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check, 59. Push him back. 59's Mike. Check, 59.
2nd and 2. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
That's good for a Bills.
564 week.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's complete to Watt. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
59's Mike. Check, 59.
Not today, you are.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
He was brought down by Eli Apple. A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 8. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Again, it's Elliott. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Rams on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. The give is to Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get point.
Under pressure, they got him again. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now back to throw. Caught by the tight end, Watson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 14.
Motion. Check 59, Mike. Mike, go! Mike to 59. Run. Mike's back. Yes! Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Zoom, fellas. Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense. that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A 20th carry here for Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for L.A. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he coughed it up. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run again with Blue. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Los Angeles, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.